Australia, where we are speaking to a company that has just raised $30 million, and that company is the restaurant menu and payment system, Qlub, the purple one. You've seen it, you've eaten out, you've asked for the bill, and you've been pointed to a barcode on a little stand-up triangle on the table, the purple one. That is the company. And we are talking now to the co-founder, Mahmoud Fouz. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So for those who haven't come across you, and I've just made a complete hash of trying to explain the user side of things, give us the elevator pitch that you have clearly perfected.
Sure. So basically what we do is we make your dining experience simply better. And we focused on the last step, which is kind of the most annoying step. Nobody wants it. You wait for the waiter to bring you the bill. And what we do is basically we use QR codes and mobile payments to make this step much easier. So you don't have to wait for the waiter. You just scan the QR code. We load the bill for you. If you are with friends, you want to split the bill, we enable that as well. You just, it's a double click if you have Apple Pay or Google Pay, and you can leave the restaurant.
And the revenue model for you?
It's basically the same as like the card machines. We take a fee from the restaurants for each transaction.
Do you know how much of that fee is passed on to the customer, and how much is absorbed by the restaurant? Do you know roughly what percentage of your customers, your clients, do what?
I think it's about 1/3 to the customers and 2/3 by the restaurants.
Yeah, I noticed it for the first time the other day that there was a tiny fee on the bottom of the bill, and that was for the payment system, which was you guys.
Right.
Founded in 2021, which is when QR codes really exploded into human consciousness.
Yes.
Particularly in the restaurant space. Where do you think you'd be now if it wasn't for COVID?
Yeah, so we like to joke about it that kind of COVID for us was kind of the biggest marketing campaign for QR codes. So I think that's what enabled basically such a product. I think two mega trends basically came together in this case. So we had QR codes, which kind of became ubiquitous. Everybody knew what these little funny codes are. And the other big, I think, trend that people overlook sometimes is mobile payments. So what Apple Pay and Google Pay and Samsung Pay and all these solutions enabled was basically payment with a mobile phone. And we combined basically these two solutions to create Qlub.
Yeah, but it's also got the menu on there as well. And that's the bit. So physical menus partly disappeared during COVID. And when you asked for one, you got told to scan instead. We didn't know that they wouldn't come back, though. Which now you generally do have to ask in most, mid-scale places for a menu. Why haven't they come back? What does it save a restaurant not to have as many physical menus?
I think what happened is, I think kind of the start was with the menu because people were afraid of touching anything back then, if you remember, or you don't want to remember. But I think what happened is that restaurants then realized it's just much more efficient because then they could change the menu much faster. They can change the prices. They can change the items. If you have a digital menu, it's simply much more efficient for you. And that's why we also incorporated it. We have a digital menu so restaurants can easily change their items, and that's what we enable them to do.
We've got one question. I'm not sure if it's for you or if it's for your restaurant clients, but people are asking about the tips on Qlub because the tip kind of gets often added on automatically and you have to take it off, right? Which can be the opposite. Do you know, A, how much it's increased tipping, and B, how much of those tips actually go to the servers?
So all of it goes to the service. So I mean, all the tips got distributed to our waiters or to the waiters of our customers. What we've noticed is that basically it quadruples the tips that they had before. So it's like a massive increase, especially for the waiters. It's a game changer for them. And that's why the waiters are our biggest promoters. So they love it. It makes their life easier and they earn more money basically for their service.
Assuming, of course, that the restaurant then doesn't use that, as we often see in the US, to keep wages low.
We haven't seen that, to be honest.
Model.
So I think restaurants are happy that their waiters are also happy with the solution.
So $30 million is what you've raised. It's the reason we've got you in today. What do you do with the money?
Yeah, so I mean, we are already international and we want to further expand our footprint. So I think it's kind of, you can say it's a Dubai chocolate of technology. Many people come to Dubai and see it for the first time and they wonder like, why don't we have it in Europe? Why don't we have it in the US? Like, I mean, this is really good. Like we had one influencer who I think who saw us in Singapore, and he tweeted about it, and the tweet got like 1 million views, and people were all like, "Wow, this is great! Like, why don't we have it?" What we want to do is we believe fundamentally that a solution like this, we can't imagine a world in 5 years from now where you can't pay, where you don't have it in any restaurant in the world, and we want to be at the forefront of that. So we are expanding our footprint globally. We're already in 7 countries. We want to cover the rest as well. And every day we have new ideas what we want to implement. So we keep developing the product. Maybe kind of the basic product looks very simple, but you can build so much on top of it, and that's what we want to do.
Okay, so let's break those two things down. Regionally, what's the plan? What's the order for expansion?
So we're covering the GCC. So we're already in Qatar. We just launched in Kuwait, in Bahrain. So definitely, I think the region we want to cover. I think we're also looking into Jordan, potentially Egypt. So this is kind of the expansion that we have in mind in the region. We're already, I think, dominant in Saudi. Obviously, we're also looking into Oman. So this is clear for us. Like we want to own this market. And then we are in Southeast Asia. I think we are in Singapore and Hong Kong. We're looking into Korea. We're already present in Australia. So we went kind of really aggressive already in our expansion strategy.
US, Europe?
So we are not yet in the US. We're not in Europe. I think we're kind of, we didn't go there because for one, there is competition.
You've got Toast, you've got Sunday in Europe.
You have these guys for sure, and also I think margins are not the best. So we like to focus basically on markets where we believe there's a better margin potential as well.
Right. So you're leaving Europe and the US alone, or
no? But I think it's kind of on a back burner. So it's not a priority at the moment.
When you say you want to build onto the app, how big could it get? What else could it contain?
So we just launched our subscription program, Qlub Plus, for example. So that enables diners, and I think everyone kind of frequently goes to a restaurant in Dubai to get amazing deals. Like we have now Al Bayrur, for example, where you pay a very small subscription fee and you get like access to all these amazing deals. That we see has a huge potential. So we're going deep into loyalty, but I think everyone is kind of talking about AI, and we're also thinking how can we incorporate AI in a meaningful way. We are collecting so much data about our diners. We know your preferences. We know if you're like vegetarian, not vegetarian, what you like to eat, and we envision a world where you basically go to a restaurant, you scan the QR code, and we tell you what you most likely will like. Right? You don't have to then think too much about it. We give you a few options. And kind of a tailored recommendation experience if you want for you. So I think that's kind of what this is the vision. In the end, we want to make your dining experience better, and whatever we can do for that, we will do.
All right, we have to leave it there. Unfortunately, Mahmoud Fouz is co-founder of Qlub. Just raised $30 million. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.